I'm back from my appointment. It was great. It lasted an hour and 20 minutes. So he listened to everything I had to say. He had a lot of insight to give me, and here is what we found out. So my entire larynx, not just the vocal cords, is really like inflamed. And the reason for that, what he thinks, is that I am currently suffering bacterial inflammation of the vocal cords in the larynx. What this means is that I, at some point, and probably presently as well, have some sort of a sinus infection, which through postnasal drip is now starting to potentially take up a second colony on my vocal cords. This would make a lot of sense because a few times over the last few months, I've had to go on antibiotics and things would sort of temporarily clear up a little bit when I did that. They would come back, obviously. So that kind of makes sense. Here's what my vocal cords and my larynx look like. You can see my vocal cords here. As you can see, the entire larynx is very red. Vocal cords are supposed to be pearly white. Mine are, pinkish red, very inflamed. A couple things he noticed as well. There is some muscle tension issues, but he thinks that that's because of my trying to sing through the bacterial inflammation. And there is like a weird little bump on my left vocal cord, but he doesn't think that that has anything to do with my current issues, so we didn't address it. It's at least not a nodule or a polyp or anything. So the thing is that this is great because this tells us what's going on now. The problem is that it doesn't necessarily address what the initial problem was. So we can't really do much more to look into the singing issues until we get this bacterial infection treated. So that's sort of the first step of what we're doing. I'm on an antibiotic. He took a culture to see what happens with it and make sure that the antibiotic I'm on is the right antibiotic for this infection. And if not, they'll put me on a different one. I'm going back in 10 days. They're going to see if anything's cleared up a bit, and we're going to move forward from there. Hopefully, if it does clear up, then we can get a look at my vocal cords a bit more clearly, and we can see if there is any other signs of any sort of damage or anything like that. But as of now, we know what's going on now, and that is a great start. I'm satisfied. No nodules or polyps. Again, there was that little bump, but it wasn't a nodule or a polyp or anything like that. Just a shit ton of inflammation, very red larynx, and very red vocal cords. So it's a start. I'm satisfied to know that there's something that is tangible. It makes sense. Again, it follows the logic of me doing the antibiotics over the last couple of months and things clearing up a little bit now and then. But yeah, so that's what happened. Very quick video, just letting you know the basic gist of what I found out. I will keep you guys updated through this whole process, and I guess we'll see what happens going forward. Thanks. And thank you all for the wonderful supportive comments you left on the last video. That really meant a lot to me. Thank you, and I'll check in with you guys in about 10 days when I have my next appointment.